Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be recapping an anime series filled with powerful mages and intense magical duels. The name of this series is Mahou Sensou, aka Magical Warfare. As always, spoilers ahead. And with that said, let's get on with the video. The story begins in a desolate, collapsing world known as the Ruined World. Inside a wrecked-up underground train station, Mui Aiba pleads to her older brother, Suganashi, to come home with her. However, Suganashi coldly denies being her brother. That is, when a motorcycle of some sort is seen speeding up towards them. We cut to a separate world, where a boy named Takeshi is descending a flight of stairs and preparing to head out. While tying his shoes, he glances at his mother, who keeps staring at him with a rather unpleasant face. Takeshi ties his laces and leaves the house, saying he would rather go to hell than stay at that house. On his way, he joins a friend named Kurumi, and both head to school together. Upon reaching, Takeshi heads to his kendo practice, where he is shocked to see an unconscious Mui Aiba fall out of one of the doors. Quickly, he rushes her to the nurse's office. Mui gains consciousness and suddenly hugs Takeshi, thinking that he is her brother and begging him to stay. She realizes Takeshi is not her brother and immediately kicks him away. However, she gets lightheaded and falls onto Takeshi and accidentally kissing him. As they are about to leave the room, they get blocked by Mui's brother, along with a bunch of other guys. Takeshi gets into the battle with one of the guys, Takao Oigami, and by some miracle defeats him after gaining magical powers of evasiveness. Both them escape through the window. Mui tells Takeshi that now he and his friends have magic in them and have to come to her world in order to help her save his and her world. After another bout, Takeshi successfully defeats Takao, and they all head to the ruined world. The four find themselves in a ruined country where time has been distorted, which Mui explains is and isn't Tokyo. They head to the academy, where they are taken to Momoka's office and given a choice to either to go back to their world or stay and study magic. And obviously, they plan to stay. They're kept in Class C, where they are asked to show their aspects, the tools that helps them focus their magic. Kurumi realizes it's her lipstick, while Kazumi believes it to be his ring. And since Takeshi doesn't have one, he's told to get one from the shop. In the shop, he is given a black sword which, according to the shopkeeper, was once possessed by a great evasion-type wizard and had a magical seal. The shop owner and Takeshi exchange blows, making him unlock his magic and the ability of the sword named Twilight by the previous owner. They go back to class only to see scorch marks everywhere because Kazumi lost control of his magic. Continuing their stay at the academy, they keep on learning magic. However, Takeshi and Kurumi's relationship sours up as she sees him hanging around with Mui more often and getting a bit too comfy. Kurumi tries to confront Mui over this issue, but develops a great and close bond with her instead. Later, Kurumi gets tickets to see a fortune teller and heads there with Mui, where the fortune teller tells her that Takeshi will cheat on her. Shocked over the prediction, Kurumi confronts Takeshi, where we find out that the two weren't even dating in the first place, and that Takeshi was only with her so that other perverts or guys wouldn't hit on her. The two break up, only to get back together again, so that no one in the magic world could hit on her. Mui again visits the fortune teller and asks her to find her brother, which she does, and Mui sets out. Takeshi, Kurumi, and Kazumi are all busy practicing their magic abilities until they are told that Mui is missing from the academy. Takeshi, knowing fully well that she has gone to retrieve her brother, follows her footsteps. His friends later accompany him and finds Mui lying lifelessly on the ground with her brother towering her. Takeshi, engulfed in rage, fights her brother, who blasts them with his ice ability and traps Kazumi in an ice block. Even though Kazumi has the fire ability, he doesn't seem to use it to escape. Weird. Nonetheless, Takeshi gets into a heated battle and blocks Tsuganashi's ice blocks and successfully frees Kazumi. Meanwhile, Kurumi heals Mui, who protects Takeshi as he, together with Kazumi's energy bullet, unleashes his ultimate attack, Blast Fog, which knocks him down. Washizukipe later takes away the unconscious body of Tsuganashi and vanishes. A mysterious new building appears on campus, which is revealed to be the school-wide ancestral magic exam, which would give them a chance to recover Tsuganashi Aiba. The students will have to navigate throughout the city and complete tasks. If they get hurt, they will be removed, automatically failing. Takashi and his friends safely pass some of the rounds until the exam is infiltrated by Violet and some ghost trailers, a band of evil magic users, who ruin the exam. Takashi, Mui, Kazumi, and Kurumi together fight against a robot that seems indestructible, but luckily, by the help of Kazumi's bullet, Takashi is successful in blasting away the robot. Nanami reveals to Momoka that the four successfully completed their exam and now she has to stick to her promise to recover Mui's brother. Meanwhile, Takeshi is seen rather busy with taking care of Mui, who has gotten a fever and falls asleep with Takashi around her, which is really surprising. But even more surprising for Kurumi, who drops her food and runs away crying. Mui tells Takashi to confront her, but he refuses, saying that they were never dating in the first place and she should grow up. Kurumi later finds Oigami in the library and asks him about his injuries and thanks him for saving her. He catches her off guard and almost kisses her, to which she moves away and frantically flees from the library. With their success in the magic exam, they're given a chance to recover Tsuganashi with the help of Momoka, who hands Takashi a bullet with binding magic to capture him. As they enter another dimension, they see Tsuganashi, who immediately attacks them. Meanwhile, Momoka and Nippei are seen fighting on a dilapidated bridge, where Momoka uses her magic to drag him down into a black ditch and closing it, which later explodes, seemingly killing him. However, he escapes and tries to drag her down with him, but luckily, a car collides with him and sucks him into the portal. Takashi and Mui confronts Tsuganashi and are successful in his retrieval. Takashi starts to get weird dreams but dismisses them as normal nightmares. But when one of his dreams resembles an event that seems very realistic, he visits the nurse, who tells him that his aspect, Twilight, is causing these dreams and is draining his mana. When Takashi is informed he has to hand over his sword, he refuses and asks the head mistress to be given a chance to fix it himself. She informs him that he must battle the aspect inside the dream and come in good terms with it, and that they will facilitate the dream. When it is time to go, Takashi is told that Mui will also accompany him for support. Before spelling him to sleep, Hyodo informs him of the parent-child relationship that should be held between Takashi and Twilight. When Takashi confronts Twilight, he recalls Hyodo's words and calms it down by admitting that it too has a heart and feelings, and that all it really wanted was a name. This way, he is able to win the trust of his sword and names it Eterna. Spring arrives and new students start pouring into the Magic Academy. But things take a drastic turn when Takashi sees his little brother as well and is in shock over the fact that he too is a magician. The two brothers later meet after many months in the bathhouse, where he tells Takashi the reason for coming and apologizes for his cold behavior in the beginning. During the night, Takashi is visited by Washizu, who apparently isn't dead, who gives him a brief history lesson. He tells of how a group of wizards under Wizard Brace used to kill other magicians for years and wanted Ryuseiji Kazuma to join them, but he rebelled and with his group started a war. Washizu tells Takashi to choose a side, either with the Trailers or Wizard Brace, and then vanishes. After 17 long years, Kazuma, the leader of the Trailer, wakes up and starts the Second Great Magic War. The Trailers attack the magic school as everyone runs to find their loved ones. The Trailers and Pendragon both combine with each other to fight against the headmistress, but are easily defeated. Just then, the headmistress gets attacked by Violet Sensei, who unleashes her trump card against her when she summons a red dragon. Takashi searches for Gecko, but finds out that he has joined the Trailers, and with his supersonic speed, gives him a beating of his life until he falls down on the ground unconscious. He later takes his sword, and also Kurumi, who tries her best to wake Takashi up, going as far as kissing him, which enrages Gecko, who loves her. Eterna comes in Takashi's dream and warns him of Gecko's intentions to kill their mother. Violet Sensei tries to take Takashi's unconscious body away, but has to retreat when Mui and some fourth-year students intervene. Takashi rests for 3 days before requesting Tsuganashi if he can visit his house to see his mother. On reaching, they ask her to train him, which she agrees to. After training, Takashi meets up with Mui, who tells him that she knows how to find Kurumi, as that the Trailer had left behind a teleportation device and that she kept it safe until Takashi regained his powers, which makes Takashi very happy. Kurumi wakes up and is disgusted by the way Gecko tries to make a move on her. She takes Takao Oigami and Hotaru Komagai's help to escape the castle she was trapped in. Takao guides her until he is called by one of the trailers, to which he has to leave Kurumi. Kurumi wanders alone by herself until she enters a room and sees Kazuma, who makes her follow him. Takeshi finishes his training and with his friends, transports to the castle to fight against Hotaru and Takao, who after being defeated, tell him about helping Kurumi but now can't seem to find her. Takeshi, in search of Kurumi, faces Gecko, who now possesses his sword and uses it against him. Out for blood, the two brothers unlock their ultimate powers and go head-to-head against each other. And just like that, the Second Great War starts with everyone fighting against each other. Gecko goes as far as piercing Kurumi with his sword as she was protecting Takeshi. Anger raging inside of him, Takeshi dashes onto Gecko and they both fight till they both lose control over their powers, resulting in a huge atomic eruption that happens when Takeshi is trapped in a dream of some sort. In his dream, he's able to see Gecko with all the trailers and his mother at the magic school. Gecko turns around, gives a sinister smile, and says, "I've been waiting for you, Takeshi." The end.